Addison Rae just surprised fans with her debut single, Obsessed. We have all the details on her inspiration and how fans are reacting. Hey guys, welcome back to another shared news from home. We have got to talk about Addison Rae's new single, but before we get started, if you're new here, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. As always, I'm your host, Fiona Zaring, and I'm joined by the wonderful Avery Grooms and Mariah Davis. You guys, I'm shook. I had no idea this was coming. Who knew she even wanted to sing? What was your initial reaction to this, Avery?
I was surprised as well, because she never dropped any hints that singing was also in the picture. I know she was taking on some acting, she has a beauty line, a bunch of other things, but I didn't know singing was something she also wanted to do. So I was very surprised by this. But as far as the music video goes, I really liked the dancing and the costumes and all the visuals. Thought it was nice. But yeah, huge surprise here.
I'm with you. I feel like she didn't do anything that alluded to her starting a music career. There was no mention of an album drop. We got no tease at all. She just hit us with it. I want to say, yes, initially I am surprised. Like this was a shock. But when I think about who she is and all that she's trying to accomplish, she's now got this new set of fame that came with her TikTok start. So it's not necessarily surprising that she is aiming for the stars and maybe she's trying to get away from the TikTok and just, I don't know, have something else to stand on. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how I feel about the music career yet, but I'm looking into it.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting. It feels like on the one hand, you're right, it's such like a major pivot, but also we've seen all the steps she's taken to expand, her portfolio, her identity from just Addison Rae, the TikToker. So it does kind of make sense. Let's get into the specific details about Obsessed and how it came to be. On Friday, she surprised fans. She announced the news on her Instagram, writing Obsessed, out now on all platforms. I'm so emotional right now. This song makes me feel so many things. I love music. That's all. And what's interesting is in a recent interview with Vogue, she kind of dove into what the message of the song is to her, what it means to her. And I have to say, when I first listened to the song, I did not get this interpretation of the lyrics. So it is interesting to sort of hear her inspiration. She said, quote, one could take it as being vainly obsessed with yourself, which is sort of what I thought initially, if I'm being honest. But that's not what I'm trying to communicate. She said, it's more, I can love myself as much as you love me. And that's important, which it absolutely is. Totally get that take on the lyrics as well. She elaborated, saying, there are days where I struggle, and it's definitely a work in progress to accept who I am and give myself the love I deserve. But that message was so strong, and I wanted to communicate it in the lyrics. She also said, no one has seen this side of her before. And it's exciting because it's been a part of her for so long, but she hasn't been ready to share it. So, of course, we've seen her dance before. She does dance in the music video and she takes it to another level. It's not TikTok dancing for sure, but the music she's kept private until she felt totally ready to share. Let's take a look at this video, starting with like literally the first moments any of us saw Addison Rae as a pop star.
You turned our song down, baby, what for?
So I have to say, for someone who, was keeping this private until she was ready to share, that opening moment, the first line that comes out of her mouth, she does seem so confident, so comfortable in this space, doing a music video. So already I feel like there's a bit of a transformation here. What did you think of this clip, Avery?
Oh, yeah, this is a totally different side of her, totally not what we get on TikTok, which I think was the whole point of this. She wants to express other sides of her and show her audience that there are so much more sides of her. As far as the black leotard moment goes, I feel like we've seen this before, which is fine. A lot of artists take inspiration from other artists, but I don't know. It was kind of reminding me of something. Couldn't really put my finger on it, but I feel like other pop stars have done something similar to this.
I completely agree on all fronts. I mean, I feel like on TikTok, her presence was the cute girl next door. And because I'm assuming she blew up on TikTok because she just joined at the right time, posted the right content at the right time, and she really took off. So we're seeing her in this very mature and sexy kind of light. So I think that's cool. I think it's good that we're seeing another side of her if she is serious about breaking into the music industry. I mean, this is the type of stuff that like people like to see. Sex sells, let's be honest. But I also agree with the fact that I feel like even in just this image right here, we've seen this before. We're laying on the ground, we're on like some type of mirrored floor, we're wearing something that's tight to the body. Like it's very sexy. We've seen it a lot, but we'll see what the rest of the music video looks like.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely agree with you both. She's totally kind of reinventing herself here right off the bat. And she did talk about with Vogue sort of her inspiration for this video, taking, clips and pieces from different artists that have inspired her. But a lot of it does kind of have that familiar throwback feel, which is interesting when it's the first thing, you're putting out in the world as an artist yourself. Some of the lyrics that people are really talking about are the chorus, where she says, "You're obsessed with me. I could be obsessed with myself too." Let's take a look at one of those moments.
You say you're obsessed with me, so I took a second and I said me too.
So obviously, I mean, listen, you guys, it's catchy. It's a pop song. What did you make of these lyrics when you first heard them, Mariah?
I think my take on the lyrics was everyone's take on the lyrics. I'm sure not everyone was like, oh, she's just talking about like self love, body positivity, like all these things we love to hear. It obviously sounds like I'm obsessed with myself, like I've got it going on in kind of a more vain way. But she did clarify that that's not the intent behind the song, which is good because, I think all of us would have assumed that she was basically just saying, I'm obsessed with myself.
Yeah, I mean, totally. Else are you supposed to think when it's point blank, I'm obsessed with me, are the lyrics? But I initially thought, okay, this is kind of like self absorbed, self centered, but I know she always promotes like self love type things. So I figured that was the route she was trying to take with this. But for the people who don't know that and they just hear this, that they're going to think, okay, she's just obsessed with herself. There's no explanation that comes with it. But, her thing is self love. I know she incorporated that into her beauty line. She's always promoting self love. So it makes sense that that's the message at the end of the day.
Totally. You're so right, Avery. This is something that she's really kind of incorporated, like you said, with her beauty line and everything she does. She's one of those people that loves to tweet like a good positive quote from time to time, right? Like this is definitely a part of her online persona. And I do think these next lyrics kind of make it a little more clear, right? It's still vague, it's still a pop song, but these next lyrics kind of take on the self love of it all a little more. So let's listen to the part where she explains why she can't lose.
And if I lost you, I still have me, I can't lose.
So obviously, as many pop songs, this one sort of dabbles with being about a relationship. We all know she is dating or rumored to still be dating, right? I mean, honestly, there have been some breakup speculation of late with her and Bryce Hall. Who knows if she's going the Taylor Swift route, writing about personal experience, or if this is just a catchy tune. But the message there is she will be just fine if whoever, the man in her life is not around, which I love. That is kind of girl power, right? That's fun. What do you think, Mariah? Is this Addison sort of setting the stage for communicating what's going on in her life through music? Is this just a popular pop song trope? What do you think she's going for here?
It's hard to say because if we don't know them personally, if they don't actually state what it's about, why, like the message behind it, then we don't know. But I think it's safe to say for all artists, if they're talking about a relationship, it's either the present one and they're in, or they're just pulling emotions and thoughts back from a past relationship. So maybe it's from this, if she is in a relationship right now, maybe it's from that, or maybe these are things that she boosted herself up with after a bad breakup in the past. So I do like this lyric though. I think it's good for anybody who, after a breakup, you are feeling really down, like you're not feeling your most confident. And I think we have a bad habit of becoming dependent on other people for our happiness. So I think that this is a strong lyric, basically saying, like, I still have me, so I'm good to go.
I completely agree. I think this is a perfect way to communicate where she stands in her relationship without publicly addressing it. I know her and Bryce especially have been really like fed up with the paparazzi lately. regarding the relationship and they haven't even wanted to speak on it. So I think this is the best way to kind of slyly throw something in about it, still explaining that even if he's not in the picture, she'll be fine. And it's
Mhm.
in like a song where she's looking sexy and hot and doing all these dance moves. So it's like perfect and kind of like hyping herself up. So I don't expect her to take the Taylor Swift route, but throwing little things in like this, the fans are speculating it's obviously about Bryce.
Right, right. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, no matter what route she takes, there's totally going to be some speculation into the lyrics, depending on what she releases next. I feel like she's definitely leaning into a lot of people were saying it reminds them of like Selena Gomez vibes, right? Like a lot of self love, a lot of girl power, but there's still some potential relationship tea sort of peppered in. But enough about the lyrics. I do want to mention the dancing because obviously we have seen her dance on TikTok. But like I said earlier, this is like a different level, right? This is like early 2000s pop star, lots of backup dancers, big high energy choreography. And even though we have seen her dance, again, this does feel like a different side of Addison.
We were driving down Sunset. No one left us cars. Passed by where we first met. Then we made it so far.
So, what did you guys think of this? Did this feel, I feel like I was like, oh, whoa, when I watched this the first time because we have seen her dance, but this is sort of a different style, a different play. What did you make of the choreography, Avery?
I liked the choreography. Obviously, this isn't the type of choreography we see on TikTok, so I think she used this to illustrate how advanced she is in as far as dancing goes because, we're not going to see this on TikTok, but it's perfect for a music video. And I loved how like when the chorus comes in, there's a whole group routine. Like you said, it gives kind of the 2000 vibes. So I'm all for the dancing. I like that. And she's a good dancer, so why not incorporate it to the most, right?
I have not been an Addison follower from like her early TikTok days, so I really don't know what did it for her, like what made people fall in love with her. But from my understanding, I always thought it was because of her dance videos. Like people just thought she was really cute. She was really good at these like trendy TikTok dances that I, for the life of me, cannot produce. I love that we're seeing her kind of like you said, illustrate the level that she can dance. And she's mentioned that she's always loved to dance. I think that is obvious. That speaks for itself, given her path to fame thus far. So I like to see the choreography. I think she's done a great job, and I like the overall like aesthetic with the red background, the white clothing. Like I think the overall aesthetic is really cool too.
Yeah, absolutely. It's very high energy. It's totally fun. I have to say, as much as this stands out different from the TikTok style of it all, I am just waiting for my feed to be flooded with people picking out whatever little part of this choreography becomes like the next TikTok dance, because that just seems so fitting for her and her fame and her fans. Speaking of which, obviously, people online have had mixed reactions to this, as with any, artist's debut. Her fans are loving it. Some people are not feeling it. Let's take a look at some of the Twitter reactions that have been out there since she shared this music video. Starting with this user, B, who writes, the song isn't the best, but it's honestly not that bad, which I have to say feels like such a review of every catchy, repetitive pop song, right? It's not going to be the next song that like moves the nation, but it's fun. It serves its purpose. I'm with you. I see what you're saying, B.
This user said, I see TikTokers are taking a page from the 2000 socialites, reality TV stars. I'm sorry, hashtag Addison Rae, but you're not Paris Hilton. Yeah, so like we said, this video does look very familiar. And I feel like for a debut, you want to do something more original. But like she said in that Vogue interview, she took a lot of inspiration from, Britney Spears, Beyonce. And we definitely see that also with the whole 2000s vibe, the group routines, the outfits, everything. Yes, definitely not Paris Hilton, but I don't think Paris Hilton can dance either. So.
Okay, this Twitter user says, okay, but Addison Rae song actually sounds kind of good. Okay, the very first like beginning of the music video, I thought, okay, this is already going to be a trendy song. Like it's going to be overplayed on the radio, and I kind of liked it. I like the softness of her voice. We've heard this kind of voice with like artists like Selena Gomez. It's nothing that's like, oh my gosh, where's this groundbreaking singer been all my life? But it's a pretty song, and the initial lyrics were cool. And then we kind of got further into it. And I gotta say, it's not my favorite. I think, Fiona, whatever you just read, like, it's not the best, but it's pretty good. I definitely think it's going to be played on the radio back to back to back.
Yeah, totally. I mean, it's one of those radio pop songs. She is certainly not the next Adele, the next Beyonce. She didn't show us like crazy vocal range, but it's fun, right? I mean, it is what it is. Let's see. This next user said, my fave lyric is if I lost you, I'd still have me. I can't lose. I really like that song. I have to say, that's my favorite lyric too. I think it's really powerful. I think if you're just paying attention to the obsessed part, you might miss it, but this is actually a really strong message, and I'm all for it. I love the girl power vibes.
Okay, Ashley said, y'all, I'm so tired that Addison Rae's song Low Key sounds like a bop. I have to say, the first time I listened to it, I was like, no. But the second time with the headphones in, I was like, okay, I get it. It is going to be one of those catchy songs, like we said, that we hear on the radio all the time. And, it fits that mold perfectly.
Brandon tweets, there's nothing wrong with being famous for no reason. Y'all don't have to start singing. Okay, this was kind of my initial thought. I feel like we've seen this with people who have like stepped into fame and we're not really sure why in the past. It's like they all start to look to see what other ways they can contribute to their fame. Are they going to start singing careers, or are they going to be well known actors or actresses? I think it's interesting to see which path they take. I feel like Addison is trying to take all the paths she can, and that's fine. We all have dreams, and I support anybody who has the courage to pursue them. But yeah, I mean, I don't think that literally everybody who gets some clout should step into fame and start producing like albums.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, this one says Obsessed needs an acoustic version. I can see it now. Okay, I hadn't considered that at all. I just have to say, kind of going off of what you said, Mariah, I'm just curious what comes next, right? Like, is this going to be a fun, like, she has a platform, she loves to sing, she loves to dance, she's exploring, she's finding herself thing? Or are we going to see album after album, acoustic versions? Like, how far is this going to go? It's really interesting because she's right at the beginning.
Okay, Erica said, song is fire. So, I've seen a lot of mixed reviews. I saw a lot of hate last night on Twitter, but today I'm seeing more positive reviews. So, this is some people's favorite type of music. I don't prefer this poppy feel that much, but if you think the song's fire, then yeah, it's fire. I don't think it's fire. I think it's mediocre, to be honest, but like we said, it's a good pop song.
This Twitter user loves the song so much that they're already tweeting the lyrics. You said you're obsessed with me, so I took a second and I said me too. Again, not sure how I feel about these lyrics. I mean, if they make you feel like your confidence is boosted and they make you feel that self-love, then yes, by all means. It's catchy. That's what I'll say. It's a catchy lyric. It's a catchy song.
All right, this Twitter user said, Addison, I'm so proud of you on the new single, and I loved it so much. And also, I love your hair so much. She's so beautiful. Good luck. Listen, I think that this is classic. I love to see fans getting excited when someone they care about does something new. Her hair did look flawless. This is just someone who honestly is excited, loves the song, and more power to them. That's great.
This Twitter user said, not gonna lie, Addison got a good tone for pop. Solid debut versus and pre especially hitting. Like we said, yeah, it's solid. It's solid for a pop song. Solid debut. Honestly, for a debut, I wish she did something a little more original, but this does sell. It's catchy stuff. And obviously, a lot of people do like it.
Hunter tweeted, I want to hear the song live. No way your voice sounds like that. I do like to hear, like, if there's a new artist, I like to hear what they sound like live because I think that's a good showcase of their authentic talent. But I'm also going to say it's not like she has this huge vocal range that she was producing in the song that it's too good to be true. She kept it in a very soft, neutral range. So I wouldn't be surprised if in real life she does sound this way. It's not like, again, it's not like she was producing some Mariah Carey high notes that are too good to be true. I think that we can expect her to sound very similarly, if not the same.
Yeah, that is such an interesting point. Honestly, when someone is just starting out on the next chapter of their career, I feel like there are so many questions. I cannot wait to see what comes next. You know, you're right, what she sounds like, how she performs. Is she going to go the very like Britney Spears, heavy choreography route? Are we going to see more like live vocals, live performance? It's going to be so interesting. And to that point, you guys, according to Rolling Stone, Addison will be coming out with more music soon. So we don't know, how soon, but soon. And fans can watch her perform Obsessed for the very first time during her late night TV debut on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon on March 26th. So her first Tonight Show appearance and her first vocal performance is going to be a big night. So if you're interested, mark your calendars right now. On that note, you guys, that is everything we have for you. We, of course, want to know your thoughts on the song, the music video. Are you excited to see her, pivoting to the next step of her career? Let us know down in the comments. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. As always, I'm your host, Fiona Zaring. I was joined by the lovely Avery Grooms and Mariah Davis. If you want to come say hi, our social handles are on the screen right now. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.